It's the two.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Magic in this one. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good...
Well, guys,
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. And both teams tonight, Clark, love to run the offense through the post. A lost art in many ways. You don't see it that often now.
Yeah, you don't, because the game has changed in that back to the basket post players aren't as prevalent with the three-point shooting and space and pace game we see most teams employing. But you also think about the rule changes. You're now allowed to play a little bit of a soft zone in the NBA. I think that sometimes negates the post player from being an effective facilitator.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. And the Spurs with possession. Here's DeRozan. And no good that time. Knocked away. And stolen by White. And the basket by DeRozan.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instincts. I mean, knows exactly when to strike on this end.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. No good on the 3.
Well, it's surprising that he plunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
And that's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Poked away. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And finished off by DeRozan.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The Magic shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
Augustine passes to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Here's Murray, and that one hits back iron.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
This is it to DeRozan. Wide open. It's hauled in by the Magic.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
Here's White. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Murray, no good. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Outside Fournier. Pass to Gordon. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Outside White. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. That's in. Augustine with the assist.
And quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection. In a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs.
And, you know, the length and height of Aldridge make him a tough matchup. He's a hard guy to go against, a strong forward that has an impressive mid-range stroke.
And the Spurs making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. Augustine dishes to Vucevic, and stolen by Murray. Here's White. Finished off the break. White's got his first points in this one.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Orlando leading by 4. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Spurs. Here's Gordon, and Aldridge with the block. And he's able to get it back.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Augustine. Off target from outside. Here's White. Bangs home the trifecta. White's got 5 now.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on.
And it's Gordon missing. Spurs trail by 3. With the shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. He has 6.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Rebounded by the Spurs.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Aldridge left side. Over Gordon. Out to DeRozan. Goes back up. And the shot goes in.
Well, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And when you look at DeRozan and how he's, transformed himself the last few years, he has become one of the more efficient scorers at a loaded shooting guard position. And some could argue he is one of the best guards in the entire league at this point of his career.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
Really left alone that time. Murray's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Augustine passes to Isaac. There's Gordon with the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And with DeMar DeRozan, do you see him, Greg, potentially being an MVP winner during his career?
I mean, I think he's headed in that direction already. When you look at how he's progressed each and every year, his team is always competitive in large part to what he does out on the floor. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was named MVP before it's all said and done.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Markel Fultz is checked in for Augustine. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
When you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And White kicks to Pirtle. The 3, and it's White missing.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
San Antonio leading by 6. DeRozan with it. 12 points for him. Makes it off the glass. DeRozan's got 14 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Murray, no good.
You know what? He's never been known as a three-point shooter. Not sure why he continues to try.
Fournier's shot is off.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. DeRozan on the wing. He's got 14 on the clock. Here's Pirtle, and it's San Antonio with another.
Got to D up against Pirtle from there. He's really efficient from that spot on the floor.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Clark, there's so many versatile players in the NBA right now, and of course it aids in switching with guys having to guard multiple positions.
No doubt about it, partner. And you think about some of the highest quality defenders that are versatile. I mean, Draymond Green comes to the top of the list because he plays 1 through 5 many times. We didn't get to see a healthy Kawhi Leonard, but he's capable in that regard too. Paul George, former Pacer, current Oklahoma City Thunder, is an excellent and versatile defender as well.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. And a switcher also for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Gordon. Now here's Fultz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The shot's good from Fournier.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
Here's DeRozan. San Antonio again missing. Now here's Isaac. Bellinelli is covering. With the floater, and the layup is good.
And for a near 7-footer, Isaac is remarkably agile. I mean, he's gazelle-like with his agility. Solid at knifing inside and does a good job driving to the goal.
Here's Aldridge. DeRozan finds Aldridge. Shoots over Bamba. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Fultz. DeRozan with the rebound. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Fournier. Second chance shot, and DeRozan sends it back. They retain possession. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. He kicks it to Pirtle. Back to DeRozan. That one, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And now just a 4-point San Antonio lead. Outside DeRozan, and it goes down 2 points. DeRozan's got 16 points.
You know, this quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
Here's Isaac. Off target from 3-point range. Shoots over Isaac, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We come back right after. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for San Antonio.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
So on the floor for Orlando, Markelle Fultz out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Vucevic. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Bamba in at the 4-man position. To the inside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Here's Murray. Orlando grabs the miss.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Inside, here's Fultz. A second chance effort. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done. And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And the Magic making a change here as well. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Markelle Fultz. Beyond the arc. And Bamba pulls it down. And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in.
Murray against Carter-Williams. Kicks to Bamba. Magic moving the ball around, and stolen by Aldridge. To the left side wing. Murray dishes to Gay. Over Bamba. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
Here's Murray. Off the left rim and out. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Fournier. The Magic again can't hit.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And, you know, that's a 2nd foul early in this quarter. I think he's got to be much more cautious in how he defends now.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. And stolen by Fournier. Up top, Carter-Williams. In the corner, Bamba with it. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams. Bamba's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter-Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
High arcing shot. Fournier's shot is off. Spurs leading by 7. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Here's Aldridge. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Aldridge has got 5 now.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one with 4 teammates.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his 1st foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Gordon's checked in for Vucevic, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Fournier.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the 2nd quarter.
Mills looking it over, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Gordon against Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Spurs leading by 7. Mills passes to Gay. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Gotta admire the fast release of Gay. Once he has the ball in his hands, he's looking to shoot.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Gordon.
Man, I like seeing Gordon stretch his range a little bit. I mean, the three-point shot is still a work in progress for him, but I think he's only going to get better the more experience he gets shooting it from there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Now Ross still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bamba's shot is off.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
And Michael Carter-Williams gets the whistle that time. That is his 1st foul of the game. Ross with the steal.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Augustine. And DeRozan kicks to Mills. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Carter-Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Magic. And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease. Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And there's the pass to Ross. Now Bamba. Augustine looking around. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And they're able to recover. Spurs leading by 5. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. Gay finds Mills. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
Carter-Williams can't get it to go. And San Antonio shooting 47% in the 2nd quarter. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. The Magic trail by 8. The 11-footer. Here's Ross. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's tipped. Here's DeRozan.
I love that. Yes, indeedy.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And the basket is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Mills. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Ross. Bamba. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Out to DeRozan. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And now it's up to 25 points for DeMar DeRozan. Down low, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Mills passes to Gay. Mills dishes to Aldridge. Can't cash in from close range.
Loved how they guarded that layup. Didn't make it easy, which I think is why he missed it.
Carter-Williams kicks to Augustine. The 15-footer, but they recover it. Back to Carter-Williams. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. A different look now for San Antonio. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gay. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Ross trying to break loose. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Isaac.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Back to Augustine, and DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Pirtle with the steal. Murray left side. Ross grabs the board.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's White. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. And stolen by Murray. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The Magic have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in core attempts.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And here's DeRozan. He's got 25. Shoots over Isaac, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half.
Thanks very much, Coach. The offense seemed to struggle a bit early on. What did you see?
Well, turnovers killed us and led directly to baskets, and then disorganized offensive play. We have a way we have to play against them. We got to stay with it.
Yeah, the ball has to move and not stick, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 25 points, 3 steals, and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
You know what? They had a pretty good balance out there. Good work on offense, nice effort defensively. It'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out, though, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
Well, look, they turned the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
For us here, the second half of action is coming your way.
We welcome you back to San Antonio. Always so much to do along the Riverwalk, which this bridge spans, such a vibrant part of the city. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
On the talented forward duo. White is out there with Murray, and it's Pirtle in at the center, filling out the middle. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing as well at the defensive end.
Shoots a 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted 6th overall in 2017 as a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger. But he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
Augustine and DeRozan sends it back. Out to White. In the corner, it's Aldridge. No one covering. Aldridge has got his 3rd bucket of the night. And they feel down in Orlando, Clark, that Isaac has a lot of upside with his game.
And I concur with that, Kevin. I mean, this guy is long, he's athletic, he's got some versatility in his game, can put the ball on the floor. He could be comparable to a Giannis Antetokounmpo as he develops. Again, I don't like to always compare players one to another, but he's got that kind of look and potential about him.
Another block.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Perk, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Gordon with no one around. The Magic again can't hit. Here are the Spurs with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Outside DeRozan. A 3-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Fournier finds Gordon. No good on that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
He's checked in for Orlando. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And stolen by White. Goes up. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
It's deflected, and he recovers it.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Here's White, kicks it to Pirtle, shoots over Vucevic. Aldridge, the pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Murray, no good.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And the layup's good off the glass. Murray's got 6 here in this quarter. The Magic trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The drive by Vucevic. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Bertans, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Gordon. They get it back. Vucevic, nice D from DeRozan.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Bertans. 5 to shoot. Deep 2 from Murray. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. And stolen by White. And they're running. Drains the jumper to finish the break. And that's 31 points for DeMar DeRozan. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Murray outside. Over Fultz. That one a little long. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 15 points.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
Got that one up quick. 33 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Fultz, no good. San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Isaac misses.
I can't explain what happened there, Kevin. I mean, he had the layup. Looked like it was a simple play. Somehow the defense threw him off just enough to cause a miss.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And, you know, one of the areas where the Orlando Magic struggled was with consistency, but not only on the floor, but across the franchise. A lot of coaching turnover the past decade.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Gay comes in for Pirtle, and it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray. And the Magic making a change here as well. Ross is checked in. White the pass to Bertans. Shoots over Vucevic. Offensive rebound. Ross knocks it loose.
Great play by Ross. I mean, using that bouncing ability at the defensive end, love it.
The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 4 assists now tonight. And the Magic have gone through a lot of coaches, as you said.
Yeah, lack of continuity at that position can really derail any momentum you're attempting to build. And the same can be said about their players. A lot of trades and turnovers with the roster. That's not a recipe for consistent success.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. On offense, here are the men. They've scored 10 straight. Down low, Ross. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Ross has got 7 points here in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Looking to get it going, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion. But he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by the Magic. From the wing, bucket is good. And that's now 9 points for Terrence Ross.
Oh, great ball movement there.
White, good.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Right side, DeRozan. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And there's Fultz on the assist from Ross. Ross has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. White dishes to Gay. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 17. Here's Gordon. Makes it off the glass. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
And right now, Gordon is on a whole nother level now. I mean, he's not forcing anything. He's really letting the game come to him, and his shots are being taken right in rhythm.
White. But he stays with it. Right wing. Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Ross. A second chance effort. Forbes can't get it to go. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Ross passes to Isaac.
And Jonathan Isaac, tell you what, Kevin, when he's rolling, he's hard to stop.
Now here's White, guarded close. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 10 points in the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Here's Ross. Feeds it to Vucevic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the 7-foot frame of Vucevic creates a lot of problems, causes a lot of problems for defenders, especially when he's close to the bucket.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. Spurs leading by 13. Here's Murray. He's got 17. It could go, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Ross is very dependable as a defender, somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs, 13 points up at the end of the period. Their transition game has been in full effect. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Isaac in for 3. Here's Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 5th assist in this one. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end. Here's Fultz. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic. I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Murray. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, Defense really has very little to do with it.
And you're not getting to that now because it's got just the right touch and height. Impossible to block.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Augustine. Here's Gordon. That's tipped. But they get it back. Clock at 4. Ross finds Gordon over Aldridge. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. And at last they get one to fall.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's DeRozan. Not a lot of room. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. Here's Augustine. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking. You look back to the Orlando Magic season last year, and they had a very hot start. I mean, but then faded badly as the calendar flipped and ended second to last in the East.
As you said, the Magic lost all early momentum they had at the start of last season.
And Kevin, in all candor, how they finished wasn't the worst thing for them. I mean, they were able to land a very high draft pick because of that. So when you're struggling and trying to move forward, being able to build through the draft is not a bad way to go.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The Magic again can't hit.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Augustine. With some arc, a rebound by the Spurs. Murray's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the second free throw, good. The Magic trail by 16. It's Fournier on the wing. Vucevic dishes to Augustine, and he makes that one.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
Augustine against Murray. Six to shoot. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Murray. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Fournier against White. Here's Isaac. From outside, off the mark. Spurs leading by 14. DeRozan with it. To the paint. It's stolen by Vucevic. Augustine passes to Vucevic. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket. Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Here's White. Buries it from three-point range. White's got 11 in the second half.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
And Augustine kicks to Isaac. And here's Gordon from outside. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 7th rebound here tonight. DeRozan in the corner. And it's in there. DeRozan's got 42 in the game. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Vucevic to the pass to Augustine. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Fader on the way. Vucevic with the rebound. The Magic trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's Mills. Here is Cunningham. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Fournier. Gay with the block.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away, put those big hits. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Gordon kicks to Fournier. Here's Isaac. Orlando getting another chance here.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break. And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
The 3 from Bertans. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic trail by 18 up the floor. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, DeMar DeRozan.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Gordon dishes to Augustine. Back to Gordon. Those three-pointers off the mark.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Mills passes to Cunningham. Vucevic with the block.
Hey, that expansive reach of Vucevic's really helps him on the defensive end. He uses that length to really bother the confidence of shooters.
That one goes. Count it. Vucevic has got 13 points in the second half.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
Here's Mills. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Magic trail by 17. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his first foul. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Birtle, he's checked in for Cunningham. DeRozan comes in for Bertans. Derek White's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Outside Fournier. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Boy, you've got to corral Fournier on these pick and rolls. I mean, he just knows how to pick the defense apart if you don't.
Drops in the tray.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Here's White. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Davis Bertans checks in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeMar DeRozan.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Orlando with the ball. Got a piece of it. Mills with the steal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That free throw missing. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Davis Bertans. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And a change for the Magic. Martin's checked in for Vucevic. DeRozan's shot is off. And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Magic. Over in the corner, Isaac. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's DeRozan. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Here's Ross. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
Just we focus in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David